located in Sweden. Right now we are in Malloca. Unfortunately, this is the last day, but I'm going to give you a review on what I think about this trip. So if you are planning to visit Malloca or in the future, this is a video for you. Uh, what do I say about Malloca? Is it worth visiting? So I'm going to answer that question. Personally, I feel like this place is a really beautiful country. It's a very beautiful island. Um, it's not the season yet, I would say. So I couldn't imagine if the season is high, like in June, July, August. So right now it's the middle of May. I feel that it is still okay for visitor, and I think this is the best time to visit. And of course, it's like flipping the coin. You know, you has to depend on luck. We were very lucky with the weather. Uh, we came on the 11th midnight, and we are checking out today on the 18th noon time. During this time, I would say we are very lucky with the weather. I think the week before wasn't that good. So I think in terms of sun, rain, we only have 1 day rain or 2 day rain, right? But the rain is very, very short. It's like 20 minutes. I do not know about Korea because we went out on a bus for one whole day 2 days ago. So it was a bit, what do you call that, sunny. And the weather report is totally unreliable because sometimes it say that it will rain like quite a bit, but it didn't rain at all. So I do not know which weather report you should check, but mostly the local people will tell us, you know, it will rain, but then it will not last forever. Like I said, just 20 minutes if you're lucky. So, and there is no problem taking a shelter, but I think it's good that you have a small umbrella with you in case there's a rain. So we encountered rain, really rain, just 1 day when we were in the Palma. So what I suggest is that if it is a raining day, I suggest you go downtown. Like we took a bus from here, Alcudia, to the city of Malloca, Palma, by bus. It was about one hour, 30 minutes, if I'm not wrong. The bus was very cheap compared to Sweden. I think it was like 27 crown, Swedish crown, 2.7 euro for 2% or for 1%, LG?
One person about 30 Swedish crowns.
Okay, so one person is about 2.7 euro, which
Yeah.
is really, really cheap compared to Sweden. And I think it is worth taking a bus there because the bus, you must make sure that you have to sit because 1.5 hour can be quite taxing for the leg if you don't get a seat. So we stay in the middle of Alcudia. So we were talking about if it is good to stay at the end point of the resort, which is Camp Pitford, something like that.
Yeah.
Camp Pitford. I think it's better to stay there because the bus that comes from that central literally pick up a visitor or tourists from that area, which is not very far. It's about 5-7 minutes from here to that area. And the reason why I say that is because when you are taking a bus from the end point, you probably get a seat. So if you are taking a bus from Alcudia to Palma, it is better you get a seat. And of course, you know, as the bus travel down to pick up all the visitors from all the hotel and resort, you don't get to see. So, and some of the buses, the stop, they didn't even stop because the bus was full of people and there's no space for new passenger. So it was really terrible because if you are staying inside, I think the chances for you to get on the bus is not even close. So you probably have to wait like 1-2 hours. In terms of communication wise, the bus, I think it's not that good. I do not know whether is it because of the period, the season. The bus If you are taking locally, it's like half an hour, and sometimes 45 minutes. um, from a person coming from Singapore, we have bus like every 2-3 minutes, so it's a bit different here. So you have to bear in mind that you might have to wait, and if you miss that bus, you might have to wait at around 30 to 45 minutes. So I remember one day, we took a bus to this cave, the drug cave. It was like 2 and I think almost 3 hours, and we waited in the bus stop like for 45 minutes, and it was quite warm. Maybe some people who came from who have visited here during the June and July, 25 degrees is nothing, but then if you are sitting or under the sun with a bus stop that hasn't have the roof, it can be very hot. So I suggest bring a lot of sun cream or suntan lotion to protect your skin. I forgotten to apply yesterday, so it was like so red, and and you have to buy that, and it's not that expensive to buy the sun cream. Maybe it is cheaper to buy it here. So don't bother bringing big bottles of sun cream. You can get quite good price here. And also, when you travel, make sure you have your credit card on the bus, because when you use a credit card, it's much cheaper compared to paying cash. I think we paid like €1. If you pay by the cash, I think it's like over €1 or double the price. So if you tap your credit card once, and if you have your partner or your family, tap a few times for all your members. I think that way it is even more cheaper if you compare by paying the cash. um, and of course, some of the seat in the bus service here, some are cushion, some are not. The one that are not, that is made of plastic, that one is terrible. We sat for like 2 hours on the bus, and I was feeling pain on my bum because it's so hard, the seat. And I think maybe they do it because it is a resort area. So probably people come with wet clothes, right? So they don't want the cushion to be wet. And that I can understand. But it is not comfortable at all. Make sure you find a place that is comfortable with some shade. And you could, turn the fan. And also you could also charge your phone for free. Drinking is not, eating and drinking other things like water is not allowed. But water you can drink in a bus, so you won't get fined. I'm going to flip the camera so you can see how it is like in our room. So we are checking out. So we told the what do you call that, the cleaner not to clean the bedroom. In fact, it's better not to do that because we hardly stay in the hotel. So this is the view. Okay, one more tips for you guys. Okay, when you book a hotel, make sure you check with your travel agent that it is far away from the traffic. This is the view that we got. And balcony is not that big, but it is enough for both of us. So every night there is a live show just under our balcony, so we could see the live show. And for other people, they have to go out to the pool there, and maybe they are asked to buy a drinks to sit there. So I think this setting is really good because we are too lazy to go down, and also it's very comfortable to be within your room. So one thing I would recommend is that when you book the room, make sure we actually thought that we can get a view from the sea. And then when you book the room, make sure you check the direction of the balcony, all right, and also the height of the floor. So when we check in, this is on the first floor, and I thought maybe no privacy, but then on third floor, I think we have a lot of privacy compared to other rooms that has the sea value, that has the sea. What we actually did is that when we came on the first day, we said we want to change room, and then after the night of staying, I think, because this hotel is only 4-story high, so I told LG we go upstairs and take a look at the view. If there's a really nice sea view. So we went up, and then we were like so disappointed because the highest floor, didn't has the view because the view was being blocked by other hotel or apartment. So it is not worth the money because if you want to change a room or change the view of your balcony, it costs around 14 euro, which is not very high, but then you don't want to pay for a worse view compared to the view that I have, right? So I think this one, no doubt, is very near to the pool, but we notice this hotel is catered for people who are older. So normally when you have an older group of tourists, they are more relaxed and more chill out. They just want to sit in the sun and enjoy the sun without any music background. So I think this is really good. So we were really satisfied. I said, no, 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 we don't change. And then on top of that, the one that is facing the sea, usually they have a road in front. So when you have a road in front of you, it means traffic, right? So we went upstairs to one of our, newly made friends who stayed on the third floor. And when she opened her balcony, I was like, oh my God. Luckily, we didn't change the hotel room because it was really noisy and it is, I don't know, I don't feel relaxed in that environment. I mean, no doubt this is like very calm facing the pool. If you have the right kind of visitors or a hotel guest, it's not a problem. It's very good. Right, LG? Don't you think it's good? I think LG is lying there. Let's say, LG, will say hi to our viewers.
Hi! Hi! Hello!
He's reading news in the morning.
Yeah.
So we are going to be taking a shower. Okay, food, right? Food, I'm going to tell you food. Food is a problem for me because I think from our opinion, because we are from Sweden and I'm from Singapore, I think our expectation is like more tastier and a little bit more salt. We call that in Swedish mer krydda. So here the food maybe it's also good because for older people they might have a problem with their health and they might need a lower sodium food. So they always have salt and pepper in front on every table and you can add the salt or pepper how much you want. In terms of food, I find that the food wise is not very salty, which is good, and also in terms of flavor, very mild. Spanish food is very mild, and I find that eating in the hotel is like very convenient, so you don't have to run out every time to lunch to dinner, go and search for best restaurant. That is a lot of hell lot of work, and you have to walk out maybe quite far away. So we paid like 13 euro per person to add dinner in our package, which is I think is slightly cheaper if you compare it to the travel agent, because if you book them through the travel agent they probably have to charge a fee on top of the hotel fee. Food wise, I have a problem with the meat because I notice the meat here, this is a four-star hotel, but I feel like they should improve on the meat. A lot of old people here, so they might have problem chewing meat, especially bigger piece. So they are quite generous with the size and they are good in cooking. But I find that the meat here is extraordinary hard. And for me who have not a full set of teeth, but I find it's really difficult to chew on. So if I felt really bad when I have to like throw away the food because I couldn't eat them. So that is what I would suggest. Eat a lot of fruit because there is plenty of fruit in this island, and fruit is good for the stomach. And if you eat that during traveling, it is also good for your stomach. In terms of shopping, if you stay like a place here in Alcudia, it's not it's like, I'm not saying it's a tourist trap, but I find that most of the shop here they sell stuff for tourists. So if you want to buy really typical locally made or something that is local, try going to Palma because there you have real Spanish shops where they cater to the Spanish people. In terms of price, I think the price for food is very slightly cheaper than Sweden. Most of the restaurant they have very continental international food like hamburgers, pizza, fish and chips, which is very popular because this place is very popular among the UK and the German. So also, but I think Swedish don't come here when it is very hot because I don't think so. The Swedish can handle the really hot weather. So I think at this point of the year, in May, April, it's usually the Swede who like to come here because it's still not that hot. So if you can't handle the hot, don't come here because I think like 38, 40 degrees can be a bit too much. And even at 25, I really felt sweaty and it's not very comfortable. So money wise, changing money everywhere you could change. There's ATM everywhere. So don't worry about money, and try to pay by card, okay? Because sometimes it's not cheaper that way, and especially when you travel. And also, all right, be careful with your handbags. We have a friend which we associate with, and I think she's about 70 or so, and her husband is also 70 plus. So they got robbed in a market that is at the old town in Akudia. She has this handbag with a zip. So I don't know how they do that, you know. She was holding the handbag in front of her body, you know, all the time. She said that, and she don't even know when they pick her pocket. And also, this was not her first time. I think it was the same thing also in Spain. Was it, LG? They got robbed also in the hotel.
Yeah, they were from France.
They were from France, okay. So they sleep in hotel room. Can you imagine that? The thief came into the hotel room and robbed them in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. Can you imagine? And also, 2 days ago, we went to this cave and we were waiting for bus at the bus stop. And then we saw this really old couple. They are from France. And she was like, literally wanted to cry, you know. And she said, oh my God, her husband ran over across the bus and tried to search for their wallet in the other side of the pavement. And because we couldn't speak French, but I understand what she means. And then she tried to speak in English. She said, I think our wallet and all the paper got stolen. I said, how? She said, yeah. And then she opened her bag and she said, it was here, you know, just before we came out from the cave, and everything is gone. So guys, be very careful when you are here. All right, we bought a bag. I'm going to show you a bag. I bought this bag. It doesn't look good, all right? It doesn't look nice. But this is a pouch that you can wear in front like that, all right? And then you have everything in front of you. I put my telephone here, and then I put my wallet inside, and it goes right deep in. So you have get covered. It's very, very bad to say that. LG, I think you better go to shower. It's time. So,
Yeah.
so it's really, I'm so sorry to say that, but you have to be really careful. And I didn't expect that we could get pickpocket even without noticing it. And I think there's a lot of expert of those pickpocket, like gang, you know. So I'm really surprised, and I think it would be worse if it's like during the June or July. So be aware, right? And then for me, I would suggest don't wear too much jewelry, because if you wear too much jewelry, you are going to just attract attention to the thief, and then they will say, because our friend, she has a really big diamond, and I think she has a Rolex. So people know, okay, this one got money, you know. So they will try to follow you. So even going to those market, you will tend to see some people like following you, mostly women, not men, but women. They follow you, like they work in a gang, and you will notice that when you come. So just be aware, okay? Make sure you don't wear too nice. Not saying that you have to wear like a slum, but then try to attract less attention. I think this is very important. Safety, and if you lost everything, I think it's very troublesome, where you lost your wallet, where you have your ID, you have your credit card, you have all the personal information, and if you have lost your phone, it's even worse, At least with a phone, you still could quickly go into the bank and quickly block your payment, your transaction or internet card or international credit card. So this is what I suggest. You have any suggestion for our viewers?
Not now.
Not now. Okay, so guys, we are going back to Sweden, and honestly, I say that I actually miss home. If you were to stay here for 2 weeks, I think that would be too much. 1 week is perfect. Because after several days and you keep doing the same thing, you will tend to get like restless. You get pampered, eat good food every day.
2 weeks.
You
Very
get
good.
fat. and you feel restless, and for us, we are used to going out doing work to keep ourselves fit. I mean, even though here after breakfast we try to go out for a walk every day by the beach, but you keep doing the same thing and you let people serve you all the time. You can get really lazy and you can get really restless. It's good to have a holiday. The reason why I say that is that you tend to have an open mind. You greet people, you're more happy. You're new here. Okay, you're subscribing. Thank you. SZCSM. Okay. I hope you find these tips helpful to your next trip in Alcudia or Malloca, because these are things that some people they experience that and they forgot to share, or they don't think that it is important, but I think it is very important. Before you visit a country, you need to know some of the important information. If you have any question for me, feel free to write them in the comment, okay? I happily answer this. We are heading back to Sweden, and I am actually longing to be back home because I miss the weather and I miss our city, and also coming back to a normal routine, where we have something to do every day. Because here we have nothing to do, and we feel like a bit restless because you sit in front of the pool doing nothing, which is what we are not used to. What would you recommend as a good holiday for a family of 5? How old are your family? Are they small children or are they adult? For Alcudia, I think it is very suitable for family. Here is very family oriented. If you have adult like a teenager, kids, a better place, I think, depend on their age, like 16, 17, they probably want to go to teen. Okay, they probably want to go to Palma, because Palma is a bigger city and you'll find more younger people there, and also there are much more to see and much more to do there in Palma. But I think in terms of prices, over there I think it's slightly higher compared to Alcudia. But there are also something to do here also, because I see a lot of teenagers, they were out swimming and they were renting this kind of bike, where you could ride along the beach area for family. And they have this really cute bike for the family of 5. I saw even the teenager were sitting on this kind of bike. It's a family bike. You can have a couple, and you can have 3 children on the bike, and then the parent or the children will ride depending on how old they are. So this is something that you can do. So Palma, I would suggest, if you want to do more you know, a city life and more vibe there, that is the place. Here's Akudia is more for older people like us. Okay. Where there's not so much happening. There is a club here, but it's not on this area, right? If you want to go clubbing, I think you have to go to more area like Can Port Fika. I don't know what is that name, but not Alcudia. I hope this is answering your question. Welcome. And if you have, like I said, if you have any question, feel free to ask. I can answer them when I get back to Sweden. All right. So take good care. I hope you find this video useful. Share it with somebody who is planning to come to Sweden. Oh no, not Sweden, to Spain or Sweden, because we live in Sweden, and we very much love to hear from you. All right. See you. Bye bye.